Another question to Mr. Ramaraju, moving towards the more technology part and the implementation part. I understand that you have implemented a digital platform for asset management system in various metros and also, I assume, in industries outside metros. So the first thing is that so what is the advantage of digital platform over the physical plate or the normal usual style that we have also mentioned? And also, are you able to successfully implement it? What are the some examples where you have successfully implemented and you got the gains out of it? The reason why I'm asking this question is that first of all, the AMS planning starts in the construction stage when there are a lot of other activities, and it's very difficult for the senior people to focus on this. The other part is that does it really help? Do you really get something out of it, or is it that only that you can use the word that, oh, I have digitalized, I have done some software and to impress the public at large and management? What are the real tangible benefits that a middle level manager gets out of this system? That is something which I would like to hear from.
Yeah, Pravinji, thank you for this opportunity. The word digital itself is a kind of misleading. Okay, so as it may be a scanned PDF is called as a digital, or a fully coded asset classification as per the ISO 55000 is also called as a digital. So basically, let us use the word called information, which is adequate enough to people to act upon. So most of the times when we worked with the metro rail opportunities in the last, almost like 10 years, as you mentioned that, in the DPR level, the AMS system is a small paragraph in one of the contracts of either a OEM vendor or the base subsystem. That's where the whole thing starts. So somewhere in the contract it says that the rolling stock supplier should provide an AMS system, and that may be in a less than a paragraph with 5-6 sentences. Some other place recently, fortunately, the new metros which are coming out, they know the importance of the AMS system, and they know the value of the information, which helps all the stakeholders to act more responsibly, and more visibility comes in. So recent metro RFPs are very extensive in nature. But if you see, typically in a metro, we have a owner, and we have an operator, and we have a OEM supplier. And most of the times, the OEM supplier responsibility is in the DLP. So, I don't want to take any Indian examples, because, we have several experiences where OEM vendor will not give you full information except the DLP data. The one good thing done by Hyderabad Metro is that they took over the entire contract of the operator AMS system to their own system, and then they implemented everything, and they invested more money into this, and it helped them to bring in a visibility. So it certainly helps you to bring the visibility. So it will make all the stakeholders responsible. And metro rail is a more complex system. On top of it, you are aware, for example, if you take a Delhi metro, there are 12 lines supplied by 12 different vendors, 12 different OEM providers, and 12 different contracts with different generations of subsystems. So down the line, after 15 years or 10 years, if you wanted to have a visibility, a strong foundation of a asset management system from the day one will really help them. The second advantage is that a better maintained system is always a safer system. So how do I know that my system is maintained well? So it gives you some kind of visibility and governance. So that way, AMS is the norm. It is not that we are talking about 15 years, 20 years back implementation. Now we are trying to invest it. You have technology affordable, you have proven systems available, and there are best implementation practices available. And when we did Hyderabad Metro along with L&T Metro, in fact, they have gone ahead and they hired a consultant which is ISO 55000 asset classification methodology for transport assets. So the classification of the entire assets are done as per the guidelines. And I also wanted to add one more thing is that, whatever we are talking about, because it is hidden, we are not aware. But for example, in Hyderabad Metro, whenever a rolling stock gets into the depot and the TCSMS server picks up all the data logger data on a Wi-Fi, and by the time the bay is allocated, all the alarms and events generated on the rolling stock of the respective day will be identified, and all the anomalies are classified, and a job sheet gets created with the specific inspection points related to the alarms raised on the respective rolling stock. So whatever we mentioned in the previous conversation, it is really happening here. It is not that it is not. It is not very. It is really happening in Hyderabad, and we did similar implementation along with Alstom in Lucknow Metro and also Kochi Metro. So means of the data acquisition is the biggest challenge, because most of the times the rolling stock vendors don't expose their data, and there is no contractual terms will force them to expose the data. As long as the systems are open, fortunately, someone like Hyderabad Metro, in the midway through, they bought all the vendors and they amended the contracts and they made them to make the open the systems so that the data is available. So whatever we're talking about is that, it is very much doable, and it is always a better maintained system is a safer system and reliable system and a cost effective system, rather than, a system which is not maintained well, and the maintenance history is not available, the failure history is not available. So it's all depends on the paradigm, and the kind of money you need to invest is a very, very fraction compared to the capital investment we do on the overall aspect of the project. So from our viewpoint, it is doable, it is necessity, and that is the reason, some of the upcoming metros like, Pune Metro and the other metros were mandating the BIM models. BIM model is a more mature way of compelling the suppliers to make the data available in a more organized way, so that you need not have the truckloads of documents and other things. But still, there are a lot of improvements which we can do it further, and I think we all learn in the process, and there is a long way to go, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Raju, for showing us or for putting light onto this difficult issue of planning and